Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
An appeals court says the charges stand and the Crumbleys are headed to trial. A major decision in the case that could set a precedent across the country. Thanks for being with us, everyone. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Karen Drew, in for Devin Skillion tonight. The Michigan Court of Appeals released its decision in the case today. The pair is charged with involuntary manslaughter in connection to their son's deadly shooting at Oxford High School. The panel says there is enough evidence that the tragedy was foreseeable. Sean Lay live on the story for us tonight. And Sean, take us through this decision.
The decision, 17 pages long. We've been going through it line by line, and it really boils down to this from the Court of Appeals. They are pointing to the meeting at the school the day of the shooting. Parents, student, and school administrators. The judges are saying, Karen and Kimberly, that the parents never mentioned at that meeting their son's mental health status, never mentioned that they bought a gun for him, never checked the backpack. They say to the parents it was foreseeable what could happen next. In this bombshell ruling, the Michigan Court of Appeals ruling that, yes, there is enough evidence to send the parents of the Oxford High School shooter to trial on charges of involuntary manslaughter. The three-judge panel listed off the staggering number of red flags waved at Jennifer and James Crumbley by their own son in the months, days, and hours leading up to the school's shooting. That the judges say the parents could have prevented the shooting by getting their son the help he was begging for, but they ignored him. The judges cite text messages the son sent to Jennifer Crumbley saying that there was a demon in their home and he was scared. The judges point out there was no response to him. The son sent a text back to his mother. Can you at least text back? The judges point out that the parents bought their son a handgun and failed to secure it at home. A gun lock was still in its original package at home. Prior to the ruling, this hearing at the Court of Appeals where judges asked the Crumbleys' attorneys and prosecutors key questions about the case.
What do you fault the parents for most? Not opening the backpack, not taking him home from school, something else?
Judge Christopher Murray writing in today's ruling that the Crumbleys' son, quote, would not have been able to shoot and kill 4 students but for defendant's decision to purchase their mentally disturbed son a handgun, their failure to properly secure the gun, and most importantly, their refusal to remove him from school when he made overt threats to hurt other people. Back here live, there's more here. Just got off the phone with a local defense attorney not connected to the case saying, look, what's the impact, the ripple effects here? Should parents be looking at this if their child commits a crime? And he was saying this is such a unique case, it's really unclear what's going to happen going forward here, and he expects the case here now to go to the Supreme Court after the Court of Appeals has ruled. Karen, Kimberly, back to you.
Definitely a landmark case. I know the whole country is watching how this is going to be handled. So that being said, following the rulings today, will things move quick or is this going to be a slow roll?
Yeah, quick right now because we just checked with Oakland County Courts. A status hearing has already been set up for May 25th, so that's not too long from now for the parents. That's when prosecutors and the defense attorneys and judge may try to set up a trial date. But again, Supreme Court ruling or asking the Supreme Court about this is likely next.
All right. Sean Lay reporting live for us tonight. We appreciate it. Thanks, Sean. Well, also here at 5, the Walled Lake community is mourning right now the death of a 13-year-old that was killed in a high-speed hit-and-run crash.
This all happened last night at the intersection of West Maple and Decker Roads, and police say the people in the car that caused the crash ran off and have been on the run ever since. Victor Williams is live in Walled Lake for us tonight. Victor, you got an update from the sheriff's office this afternoon. What do they have to say?
Yeah, Kimberly and Karen, we're finding out that the cause of this was all because of a driver running a red light right here at this very busy intersection, leading to the death of this young girl who had her entire future ahead of her.
Honestly, it's shocking. It's horrible to think that somebody can do something like that.
A growing memorial sits at Decker and Maple, the same intersection where a 13-year-old was unfortunately killed in a hit-and-run accident involving 4 vehicles. This surveillance video from the Copper Mug, a bar at the intersection, caught the crash and the aftermath.
After I came here and saw the memorial, I thought, that'd be a nice way to, you know, kind of pay my respects.
It all happened on the eastbound side of Maple Road. A 2023 Jeep Gladiator allegedly ran a red light running from police and collided with two other cars, one traveling north on Decker, the other traveling south. The 13-year-old's 10-year-old little sister was ejected. Amazingly, she survived, now in critical condition, but is stable. The mother is in serious condition in the hospital, and it's unclear if everyone was wearing a seatbelt. Local 4 has found out that the deceased was a student at Clifford H. Smart Middle School. Just today, a letter went out to the parents at Smart Middle acknowledging the fact that a student did pass away in the crash. Part of the letter reads, quote, "While we begin to come to grips with what happened, the family continues to deal with the impact of last night's events. I know you will join me in putting your arms around the family and the Clifford Smart Middle School community today and the days ahead." The two who ran from the scene of the crash are still on the run. Police say speed was definitely a factor. 3 others were injured as well.
I just hope that as a community, Walled can really come together and support each other during this time, and keep praying and hope that we find out who did this so we can get some justice to those involved.
Now, cops were here just 4 seconds after the crash, and instead of chasing the two that were making a run for it on foot, they decided to attend to both of the girls involved in a crash. We're also told that a 43-year-old and another 10-year-old in a Chevy Equinox were both hit in the crash, but are expected to be okay. Take a look at these cameras, though. We're hoping that maybe they caught something that can get us closer to finding the people that are responsible. For now, we are reporting live in Walled Lake. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Let's hope so. Okay, Victor, thank you.
Well, we have been waiting for most of the week for a grand jury to decide on criminal charges involving former President Trump. Now, it looks like that wait is going to be longer. Manhattan grand jury members were back in the building today, but they didn't deal with the hush money case involving Trump. That comes after a decision on Wednesday to keep the jurors home. The earliest the grand jury could continue looking at the case is Monday.
All right, let's take a look outside right now from our Ann Arbor sky cam, and we've had rain for most of the day. Things are starting to clear out. Just don't get used to it just yet. That's right, because there's another round making its way here for the weekend.
Yes, let's send it over to Kim Adams and our first look at the forewarned forecast. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim and Karen. Yeah, you need to keep your shovel and your umbrella, all of those things throughout spring. Unfortunately, keep them close at hand. In this case, it's going to be your umbrella, as we do expect rain to return tomorrow night. Exact Track 40 radar, a little sprinkle action going up in Flint, but otherwise it's dry across Metro Detroit this afternoon. Just a little bit cloudy, and the cold air is starting to move in. 42 right now in Pontiac, upper 30s in Mount Clemens and Port Huron, 46 Metro, mid 40s in Ann Arbor, and also out in Howell. As we widen the view, we had some heavy rain this morning. That's now off to the east of us, and we're just left with mostly cloudy skies, but that is all about to change tomorrow night. Your weather story: below normal temperatures for tomorrow, so a chilly end to the work week. Umbrellas will be needed Friday night and also Saturday, with perhaps even a few wet snowflakes mixed in to start the weekend. 32 degrees tomorrow morning. By noon, we're in the upper 30s, and in the afternoon, with mostly cloudy skies, temperatures get to a high of 43. Keep in mind our normal high now is 49, so a little below normal for the next 24 hours. But then a warm-up's on the way, and I'll talk about that coming up in the forecast. But you can take a sneak peek of it now if you'd like to by downloading the Forewarned Weather app. Just go to your favorite app store and type in WDIV.
Well, okay, Kim, thank you. The date for the 2024 draft here in Detroit has been set. The outdoor event is going to run from April 25th through April 27th of next year. The event will be held around Hart Plaza and Campus Martius, with hundreds of thousands of people expected to attend.
Talk about a good time. That'll be fun.
That's right. This is also going to be fun, too, we hope. A little less than 90 minutes from now, the Michigan State Spartans will tip off against Kansas State in the Sweet 16 in New York City.
And Bernie is live for us tonight at Madison Square Garden. So, Bernie, you've seen a lot of green and white.
Well, first of all, I want to mention that the green goddesses look great. I thought when I first saw that you two were shooting a salad commercial, but you look terrific.
Michigan State.
Go green, go white.
There's going to be a lot of green and white in here tonight. 6:30 start. Michigan State against Kansas State. Did you like the green goddesses part? I did. State got here by beating USC and Marquette, and Tyson Walker of State just wants to keep it rolling.
The season has flew by, so we don't want this to be our last game. You still want to have more practices. We still want to be able to play another game. So just trying to put some more good halves together.
All right, now on the K-State side, they are led by 5'8" point guard Marquise Noel, and he'll tell you he is the leader of this group.
I determine how the game is going to go. I mean, I'm not really focused on, what they did in the past versus other good point guards. I played in the toughest league in the country, which is the Big 12.
All right, that's Marquise Noel. Tip-off 6:30 here. Michigan State favored by 1.5. Ladies, we'll be back here in 30 minutes with sports. We'll see you then.
Wow, we can't wait. Thanks, Bernie. Appreciate it. Well, much more to come here at 5.
Let's send things over to Hank.
The first problem, an infant formula shortage. The new problem, the price of formula. Have you checked out prices lately? I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. I'm here in Allen Park, and we're going to show you what you can do to save.
And a Colorado dentist charged with murdering his wife. Just wait until you hear how police say he did it.
But first, the CEO of TikTok hauled in front of Congress, who he says can access your data outside of the U.S. That's next.